Unmute. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another Afrotaku live stream. We're back again on Thursdays. Gonna talk about anime, manga, and everything else. I am MGG, and I'm joined here by my co-host.
Hey, it's Player 5.
What's up? And then, so for the first topic we're gonna get into today, since it's, I guess, is it Golden Week now officially in there or whatever? But
I have no idea.
Yeah, but chapters are on break clearly, so no chapter reviews for this week. But instead, we're gonna switch it up a little bit and do some chapter predictions for My Hero Academia and Black Clover. So I don't have to give my typical spoiler warning because this is just predictions. But I mean, if you're not reading the manga, there probably will somehow be a manga spoiler seasoned in because you know how niggas be with spoilers. So,
Golden Week, April.
Okay. My bad.
So it's just on dirt.
Right, yeah. So they just taking break for no reason. All right. So, but yeah, we can kick it off with My Hero Academia. So, you got any like major predictions for 2021? Any expectations for this year?
For My Hero Academia, let's see. I gotta say that
Time skip.
Okay. See, but if I say time skip now, you know, motherfuckers don't think I'm goofy, you know what I'm saying? Because I say time skip so much. I want to say that I think it will. All right, so them niggas gonna time skip, bro.
Should I word it as questions, maybe, on specific characters? Would that help? Like, do you think that Deku is going to get... well, we already know what powers he has, so to speak, but where do you predict that mastery going this year? Do we think you're going to see anything major from this? Or you think we good?
I don't think he gonna, like... I think he gonna get new quirks, for sure. But, like, I think just kind of like how Bakugo said, all his quirks are just gonna be ass. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, my man gonna definitely get a couple more quirks. But... I think they'll be ass enough for him to just like still be the best hero, but not like you know, absurdly the best. You know what I mean?
Got it.
If that makes any sense. I think he will unlock more quirks coming up soon within this year. Within this year, I predict he unlocks all of the quirks of the visual vestiges that we've seen. Like, so the two blurred vestiges, maybe we don't see their quirk this year. Right. But this year, we see the quirk of the other guys.
Okay. So Sneaky Homie, we definitely going to see his quirk. I'm excited for that. I would like to see what his quirk is.
Sneaky Homie? Who's Sneaky Homie?
You know the dude who, he just gives me sneaky vibes. I think he has clothing like over his face or like a jacket and some, like a bowl cut, I believe.
Oh, okay. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. He just strikes me as a stratty type of dude.
Oh, a sneaky guy. Yeah, you know something. Yeah, I have no idea. Clearly, these niggas just picking the most famous American heroes and throwing them niggas' powers on the Deku.
Right.
so with that, I'm like, man, okay. So what a famous like American style power have they not gotten yet? And
some fire base.
Some firepower. He ain't gonna get that because then Bakugo would have been like, bro, that's Flash. Yeah. So that's something lame. Like, he don't get like telepathy. Yo, I can get incoming calls.
Right. I hear a word of your thoughts.
Like bowl cut homie who you're talking about, I bet his quirk was called like router or something. Like, he can relay information on the battlefield. Like, that could go get some lame shit like that. You know, my theory's still out and about that, you know, my man Deku has the quirk to give quirks. So we gonna see how that work out. But these are my biggest predictions. Within a year, I gotta say half of the hero courses, half of these niggas gonna quit. Right? So don't you know how we was like, man, all these like extra ass niggas, all these extra niggas gonna quit. You only gonna stay in the game if like you like, bro, I do this hero shit like for the hero shit.
Especially after that last chapter, because I think one of the heroes was like, damn, I didn't expect this, or it's like he was taken into chaos like he ain't never experienced that shit before. He was just like, wow, a lot of shit is going on. I'm like, oh, you quit.
Yeah, like, bro, this is real nigga shit right here. You know what I'm saying? You really had to get the fuck out. Yeah. And like, I'm I'm following along that. Like, I don't think this dude going. Half these niggas gonna quit. Like, R.I.P. my boy Grape Juice. Y'all already know. I know he the the real one. But like, if we just like being 100, that ain't it, bro. You might have to go home, dog. You might have to go be an accountant or some shit. This ain't for you.
I feel though, like with a lot of those heroes though, I feel like it definitely was like, I'm getting the vibes of it was like that job. Like that security job that you've never had to do anything for, but then that one day some nigga try to rob the bank. It's like, bro, this is not what. Like, could you have done this on a different shift? Like, this wasn't what I had planned to do today.
I think the best example are like niggas who are members of the United States military, and like I don't say that to disrespect any veteran or anything like that, but. We got an awful lot of niggas, and not every nigga like sees field action.
It might be worse for the National Guard, low key.
Yeah, you know, like some right? It's like being a part of the National Guard this year with all these riots and being like, you know what? I'm good, bro.
Yeah, right. I thought I was supposed to be chilling and traveling the world in this bitch, right?
And then there's some sympathizers. There's some niggas out there that's like, bro, I don't want to stop these niggas. Right. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you.
Your thoughts?
So I mean, I don't know. For prediction wise, I don't even want to play with main character stuff. I have no clue what's gonna happen to Deku, and I honestly don't care. And then Silent Blaze said, "You're 100% right. Speaking as a veteran myself, I've seen a lot of guys say, no, I'm good." So. Yeah, some people don't want to deal with it. But yeah, nothing on the main characters. As my troll comment, I see big things for Uraraka this year. You know what I'm saying? More gunmetal martial arts, definitely on the way. I feel like I'm gonna see somebody get dropped. I also think, I mean, they seasoning the Toga come up heavy. Like, I feel like if I look at the perspective of this year, the shit that happened with Twice or whatever, I feel like it's definitely. I feel like Dabi already got his drive. We seen his culmination, kind of. We done with him, but I'm feeling like we're gonna get something from Toga, something surprising. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I definitely feel like the character development towards those last chapters of this year was like seasoning the, we're going to either put some more shine on Toga or she's just going to become more interesting of a character. But she's always kind of been that, though, because she was like, in the background.
I'm going to say what every non-thirsty nigga thinking right now. What? Because it's only the thirsty niggas just like, yeah, bro, give me more Toga. Like, all right, nigga, pump your brakes. All of us non-thirsty niggas, I'm like, I don't get no fuck about Toga unless she copying powers. Toga was not cool until she copied Uraraka power. And then we got to see Uraraka power go hard on like a fucking evil nigga. Like she rushed all them niggas heads like that was smart. Yeah, like that's why I'm like, bro, if I don't see Toga in that capacity, I don't want to see her. Like, and then you're gonna kill off Twice, the best villain, and you're gonna leave me with this goofy bitch, like all cause some thirsty niggas like her, man.
No, man, don't sleep, bro, because that stealing Deku's blood, what is that gonna mean? That's a question that we need to have answered. What's that gonna do for her at that point?
But I feel like we got it answered already. With
you think it's gonna work?
Yeah, with what's his name? My favorite character. Well, I don't forget my name. They left my nigga out of this art too. Shit, I can't remember his name. Y'all know, homie. Steal Your Powers kid. The nigga that's always talking.
Oh yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
The smart nigga. Yeah, Class B. Yeah. Matter of fact, where is his ass, bro? Yeah, that's my nigga.
He knew what was up. Too. He got out the jam, bro. He was like, no,
he was real MIA. Yeah, for real.
So I don't think she can copy One for All off that alone.
Because it's not willingly.
Yeah, it's not willingly given. And if he couldn't do it and he the GOAT, she definitely can't.
Right. But I wonder what that means for the other quirks he has access to. Would you still assume those as a part of the all-for-one genetic makeup, meaning she wouldn't be able to steal those either?
Absolutely. Okay. I feel like they like embedded in One for All. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if you can't get past One for All's firewall, you're not getting to the other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Interesting. All right. But yeah, so I would say probably expecting something from Toga. I think we're done with Dobby, personally. I really don't know.
So fucking lit. I'm done with every time road.
I think it's kind of a wrap for him. Like, I don't see where this is gonna go post this, as far as like my interest in Dobby's character development. I feel like we got that moment. So I'm not expecting anything from him. Tomura, this battle with All For One, I feel like they're gonna have to make it more interesting, or just let someone win pretty early on. Because right now I'm not interested in the like tug of war between him and All For One. I feel like if that nigga All For One is gonna take it, just take this nigga body and like, you know, have us start the year off strong. But if they're playing this year of just like, oh, Tomura's fighting to get back, and it's like, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed.
I feel like if I wanted to see anything out of My Hero in this coming up year, I wouldn't mind. And My Hero does this where they like, you know, they'll start you off with like an arc that's like super high end, and then they'll go back to some school shit.
Yep.
And I know that it's gonna be hard to go back to some school shit, but that's what I really want right now.
If the school's even fucking around.
If the school even still there, you
right? Oh, one thing I will toss out because of that All For One thing, it just came to mind, is that I do predict that we might get a Prison Break this year. I think it might happen. It seemed like he was seasoning it pretty early, but my thought was also like from the world standpoint, it makes sense for him to like go ahead and execute the Prison Break. From the story reader standpoint, I would be really confused at Horikoshi if they just like rolled out a Prison Break right after that, because I'm like, there's no way you can finesse me to believe that the heroes will successfully combat this threat now. Like, if they just barely survive this, and then right after All For One's like, hit the switch, Prison Break, like, the whole story's about to change.
I believe it, because I think they got niggas, bro. I think the Prison Break dudes, they got like, hey, these the Prison Break heroes, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. These are the niggas that hold the prison down, you know? Like, because to believe that the government don't got heroes, we seen Hawks. Right. We know that should be an arc that's somewhere out there. Government heroes arc. Because there's some niggas out there that's some cold blood killers that were trained by the government that are ready to join the hero scene. I know it. Hawks was just the tip of the iceberg, I would hope.
I would be hoping for like a character like Froppy to get recruited into some shit like that. Because she just strikes me as the type that'd just be cold in some covert ops spy type of shit. Like, I
told you to call me Sue.
Right? I just see it being cold for sure if she rolled out that thing. But yeah. So I mean, outside of that, I'm not expecting too much. Like, to me, this arc was major for the story, but I guess I would say it didn't hit me as strong as maybe some of their previous arcs did, just because I was just so shocked, really, at the storytelling aspect, like how trash the heroes were. I think that's what robbed me from enjoying this, because I was like, if that's his point, I guess I got it. But at the same time, I was just like, bro, there's just way too many of y'all for these 4 niggas to run through. It's like the same shock I had with how they ran through Redestro's team. I was just like, still, just based off the sheer numbers, I don't see how y'all took this big of an L. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
I don't quite understand they scaling fully or at all. So yeah, I'm just kind of like, we'll see what the fuck happens.
Right.
Like I said, if I got to put my money on a couple things, one, them niggas returning to school, but like at half capacity. Mm-hmm. Two, something got to happen with Aerie. Either her quirk is going to be busted, or they got to get her off the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Aerie quirk works, there's
you zero. You think they're going to enroll her in a weird way into the school?
I think that what they're using Aerie for already is already unconstitutional and fucked up.
I mean,
like, they're child slaving this kid right now.
That's true, but I guess like, I guess I came up with another theory just thinking, because remember they highlighted those 2 little boys from the arc like a couple chapters ago or whatever. Maybe there's a spin-off side thing that may happen with Aerie and them, meaning like she might just enroll in their school. Because I mean, it was a decent arc for me, at least. That little episode I thought was actually pretty hilarious. So I think I could deal with like a small side story or even like a, one panel in the beginning of the chapter of like, oh, here's Eri going to elementary school and trying to be a normal kid again thing. I just feel like you're going to do something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. I could fuck with that for sure. Like I'd be okay with that. I mean, but as long as they kept it a side thing, like I don't want to know her fucking story.
Right, exactly. Like I don't need it to be any type of like full chapter makeup, but like a 2-pager. Hey, Eri's at school again. Here's some dumb shit that happened. Like I'm alright with that. She needs to be around people. Like you said, what they did was they kind of did what her dad did without the whole like killing you and bringing you back to life.
Yeah, but and that's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, bro, they not gonna get her to child protective services or nothing. Like they just kidnapped this kid.
Ask Hawks. Hawks knows.
Yeah, Hawks know what's up. And I'm like, if they use this kid to fix every other hero, they aren't actually any better than Overhaul. It's like you using this child, sure, from the reader's perspective, it's like, oh, good thing we're healing these heroes. But I'm like, yeah, you pimping this kid's power out. You're just like Overhaul, nigga. Like
that'd be bro. Still best villain for besides All for One, best villain to me in the My Hero universe.
Hey, bro. Overhaul is absolutely, he's the proof. He's the proof I need that All Might don't want the best hero to succeed him. He wants his legacy to succeed. This the proof. He the last piece of the puzzle.
All right. My last question before we move on to Black Clover would be, do you think, and this is completely out of nowhere, do you think we're going to get a Hawks and his father redemption arc? Because if the prison break happens, my thought is maybe that nigga's dad is in one of them prison cells. And maybe, as Hawks is coming back into healing, he has to, do some type of reconnection, find himself or whatever, and his dad comes to play.
Nah, they not getting
too far.
They not giving this nigga no tick, bro. Like, nah. It's too many niggas in class 1B for them to start giving niggas like Hawks tick. Damn. But you want to know where these niggas actually get their time to shine? Mm-hmm. In Vigilantes. Niggas be getting backstories in Vigilantes.
Oh, for real? Like the pro heroes get backstories?
Yeah, bro. They be getting backstories, man. I've
been meaning to catch up to it, but I need to actually set the time aside to do it.
Yeah, it dropped. It's a once a month drop, so you ain't gotta like.
Be pretty easy.
Need to catch up, like, because once you catch up, like you caught up.
All right, so I guess any other closing comments on My Hero?
That shit better pick up. That's all I know.
I feel you. All right, Black Clover. I feel like I'm more excited to talk about predictions here. For sure, I'm gonna throw this out now while we're here and everybody else is here. I think this is gonna be the year of Magna, bro. I think we might get a strong come-up character award from Magna, or even MVP of the year. But I'm putting it out there, bro. He might end up being a nominee. I'm just saying, bro, for the fact, because I didn't even think about it until someone had said that in a decent spot, but I was like, we really didn't see this nigga for a year. Like, that whole year, they didn't say shit. They mentioned him once, and he was like, yeah, that boy went and trained off in the forest somewhere, bro. All right. That was it for Magna. So I don't know, bro. Leopold got a shine, and even Luck got his shine. So I feel like the Magna come up is about to be crazy, because I think with the unfairness about Magna and Asta, or I think the story they're trying to tell through Magna that Asta doesn't really have, is like that story of a come up without privilege. Mm-hmm. Because Asta had that sort of, but now with the demon and everything, it's kind of like. You see the privilege there a little bit, right? And in the history with his mom, it seemed like we gonna get this like he's more special than we thought type of story with Asta. But Magna is the one nigga who's really like, I'm not a royal, like I'm a dirty bum nigga, bro, and I'm coming up, because all of the other Black Bulls so far have been revealed as like arcane stage, but most of them have history. Like Gray is a royal, right? She's royal, like. Fucking Noel's royal. Like, half the motherfuckers there are just royals that got exiled. So, Magna really the only real nigga there. So, I feel like this couple got to be crazy.
All of them damn near. So in the anime, I know the last thing I seen from that nigga in the anime was he tried to do the runes, and them shit fizzled out for him. And they was like, bro, you got to be at least first stage to even contemplate using them. And they was like, nigga, you not even third, fifth stage right now, bro. So I was like, dang, they did my nigga dirty. They basically looked him in the eye and was like, nigga, you garbage, bro.
You gotta come up.
But this is my thing. I know he gonna come up. This is why I say that. Yami don't miss, dog. He don't miss. Yami has a reason for every nigga he picked, even though he pulled all like, I just randomly got this nigga. Like, nah, you don't randomly get that many hitters, bro. Like, it don't work that way. That's like when all the Golden Dawn turned into elves. It was like, that's weird. Like, no, nigga, you don't randomly get a bunch of elves. Like, you get them. Bro, Magna got something. We don't know. Yeah. But my man been cooking in the lab. He been cooking for a real life year. That's like 2 in-story years, bro.
I'm telling you, I'm expecting a big come up. But Silent Blade said he about to figure out some arcane stage. The demon is cheat code, really, and including Asta's lineage. And he said that's Yami's key. But, yeah, no, do you think Magna could cross arcane stage? Because, well, I asked that first, and then I'll say my follow-up. But, yeah. Do you think we could see an arcane stage magic? Because to me, what I feel like that means if he gets arcane stage is like your Fuego, like being fire as his base. That's why it's scary for me to see him cross that threshold.
I don't think he's ever going to. This is what I will say. He won't get to stage 1 and arcane. He's not gonna get to both. He either gonna get stage 1 and just be like, yo, this nigga Magna just been balling. You know what I'm saying? Or he gonna get some new power that low-key skip him up to arcane stage. And I can see him getting a new power. And I want to say this is my theory right now. It's gonna be something that change his type, his magic type. Because we got too many niggas with fire. We got Marileona, the fucking GOAT. You're not coming close. We got her brother, Fuegoleon, who is a solid number 2. Then we got Tito Jackson, and he the Magna of they fucking team.
Exactly, all the fire mages, bro. He really is a Magna.
Yeah, so like that nigga is like, nah, bro. I feel you, and I fuck with that nigga very hard. But I think they gonna have to like change his magic type or do something. Cause
that's how I feel too. Because I was like, even with this come up, if they want to really get him to GOAT status, the problem is his magic limits him to always ask the question of like, okay, so why doesn't he have the salamander? You feel me? So they're either gonna have to give him, like you said, a move. One move that puts him on like an arcane level, but his base is still not there. Or they gotta, like you said, switch up his magic type, because I'm always gonna compare him to those top 2, and I'm gonna be like, I know you can't get the salamander over Marileona. Marileona better be second up. If not, after punching that demon, the salamander should have been left Fuego Leon, low key.
Like, the only reason the salamander ain't leave is I feel like you gotta die for that nigga to leave. You know what I mean? The salamander like, bro, I wish I'd have found Marileona first.
It was like he was feeling her energy and he just went to the wrong one by accident. Like Fuego Leon, when he woke up, it like spiked for like half a second. So it looked like he was stronger than Marileona.
I feel like that nigga, like the salamander was like, bro, that can't be a human. That ain't nobody. I'm not gonna go to that. That must be like a volcano or something. Right? And then found out it was really Marileona. Like,
I'm telling you, I need to hear him talk, bro, because I'm kind of confused. So far, the 3 spirits we've met, 2 out of 3 of them, you know, are not dumb niggas. But it seems like the salamander is just like a creature ass nigga. Like, he doesn't talk, doesn't add any insights, but the water mage is like a human being, basically.
Well, we haven't seen the earth nigga, so I say we hold on.
I don't know who the fuck is gonna get that, because we've only seen what, like 2 earth mages so far.
And they definitely saving it for the next big bad. And so I do want to mention something Silent Blaze I said when he was talking about like, yeah, I think the arcane is a branch. Absolutely, it's a branch, but we know that those arcane stages come with those like little tweaks that like low key could put you anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say Witch Bitch. I can't remember her name. Witch Bitch. Y'all know the witch. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So like she can't box with no nigga. Like Magna will probably like box her, but Rouge, her cat, low key, like put her to the table. It's like, no, you this thing that made me not able to beat you, bro.
Them
like,
taps be moving shit around, bro.
Yeah, they'd be like, boop, nigga, how you get booped out of existence,
right? But yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. So for me, I think biggest prediction from my side is it's gonna be Magna's year. Second, I guess level of detail as I mean like once again this going to the Dark Triad almost feels like another, like maybe even a part 2 for Black Clover of like a Soul Society, not Soul Society, the arc after the Soul Society where Kubo was basically just trying to put respect on captains that he was like, y'all niggas was sleeping too hard. Mm-hmm. I feel like we're getting that from this Dark Triad battle because like I said, after we just seen What's Her Face turn up, I was shocked. I said, yo, Nazo's got to really put some shit out there now because he's jumped to the bottom.
I got a question about that, bro. Yeah, that nigga Nozel, bro. He
jumped to the bottom, bro. After that, because right now everybody just because we didn't get evidence to put her up there, we just assumed she was trash. And then now that she got this, I'm like, well, reveal 2 things. One, that the captains don't be knowing rune magic, which I'm like, this just makes it even crazier for half the squad because the niggas that pick up like Fuego Leon picking up rune magic, like the top tier niggas learning that shit. I think it would be crazy for what the power scaling means.
But I gotta say this, like, and you know, I'm a Mary Leona lover, and I know niggas gonna come out with talking about I'm tripping, goofy up here, whatever. But I don't even remember her name, Rose bitch, Charlotte. Is Charlotte in her mode, in her blue red rose mode, is she stronger than Mary Leona? Ooh. Because she definitely one-shotted one of the strongest characters in the whole show right now. Do you think
she's out, though? Do you think she's out? I don't think she's done.
It looked like she out. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. It looked like she done. I think that they brought all these captains in to wipe these niggas, but still the advent of Cliff off is still going to happen, and all these demons going to get out, which is like, oh, we got all the strongest niggas here already. No need to, BS or whatever. Mm-hmm. But, like, I don't know, bro. I don't think Mary Leona clapping her in one shot like that. If she stayed clapped, we get the next chapter and she stay clapped, then I'm like, yo, bro, Charlotte just jumped up there.
See, my issue is that Charlotte doesn't have as much investment as Noelle. If she goes out, that means Noelle literally has nobody to fight. Like, she's making up a fight at this point. So I feel like she's about to get flipped, but it was her, it was the writer's chance to go like, all right, this is how this biatch leveled up. Now we're going to drop her. Like, I feel like that's what he was setting up there. But for me, because what was her magic again? It was that when she wears that, she like absorbs the magic of the person she's fighting. Curse magic.
Yeah, she absorbed the curse. Like the stronger your curse, the stronger her briars.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Mary Leona still drop her then. If it was magic,
obviously she's situationally strong. Yeah. Mary Leona not being cursed would melt through her shit. Yeah. But I'm saying like, I guess if we could match them at peak strength to peak strength, like let's say if Mary Leona's power came from a curse, do you think she could sit her down? Or is Mary Leona about to Kenpachi her way through that shit?
My heart tells me she would Kenpachi her way through that shit. But because her power, like you said, is situational, I would say that she would take the L just because it's like just a bad matchup kind of thing. But that's interesting. So then technically what attribute is her magic then? The Briar magic. Is it a curse magic?
I think she just make flowers, and then I think they just made some shonen bullshit to be like, blah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I can think of.
Because I'm curious if, like, Jack develops a blade to cut that, does that mean he's like an anti-curse nigga now too? Yeah, I need Jack is another person with huge potential. I don't know where they're gonna go with it though, because I've lost a little bit of respect for him after watching that episode fight thing.
And dudes was so he was the coldest nigga out there. Like, stop it.
No,
he was
not at all.
The coldest nigga out there.
Not at all. He strikes me as very silly and dumb. So I'm kind of expecting like, I want to see where that magic can go. But like I said, I'm surprised or proud, I guess, that the author has left this much room for top tiers characters to grow. Because I feel like with that room magic right there adds like a whole nother level of what the fuck to all these captains that we didn't know. Then on top of that, it's like, because they kept these secrets, what do the other countries have as secrets that the Clover Kingdom will eventually leverage, huh?
Them niggas ain't got shit.
No, technically they do, because Spade Kingdom had the research on demons, which is what's powering up Asta right now. Maybe down the road that becomes something that, you know, another person can leverage in their own thing, like Yami or whatever. Since do
you think that they'll use demons though? Do you think like they would? Okay, so if we think about the Spade Kingdom and the Diamond Kingdom, yeah, they had little techniques, but all they shit was dirt. Like Diamond Kingdom revolved around you splicing a nigga with another nigga. Like I can't see them doing that though. You know what I mean?
Yes, I feel that from the fact that the shonen storytelling, where these are good guys and we're like, these are bad guys and we're the good guys, so we'll never use their technology. But my thing is like the idea of splicing stuff or using science for magic development. I can definitely see that being stolen through a different person, because remember now they got, you know, weird glasses science chick on their side, so she might be the person that becomes the, you know, bridge to using that shit without the human experiment aspect, so to speak.
I still go ahead and hop down on her. I'm just saying.
No, I'm good. I think we're all good on that, bro. Because that's the type of person that pulls out a strap on for you, bro. That ain't you ain't having no normal experience with that, bro. You're not just piping that thing down.
Fair, but you know what I'm saying? She dedicated to my man's, but it's what it is. Okay, let me say for my predictions. I predict that within this year in Black Clover, there will be a new continent. There'll be a new continent. The Earth Spirit is going to be attached to a person from that new continent, and Asta is going to get his own crew.
What you mean?
He'll get his own Night Squad.
Wow, you think he's gonna be a captain, or he's just getting a band of niggas, huh?
I think he'll get his own Magic Night Squad as a captain.
So what about Yuno?
Okay, so here's my thing. If the captains die, then Asta and Yuno will just take over their respective groups. If the captains do not die, then I think Asta and Yuno, well, Asta will get his own team, and Yuno, like, that nigga a whole royal, like, of another country. You gotta let that nigga go, like, you know, do important shit, bro. Like, he can't be here no more. Like, that's my biggest thing. Yuno can't be in the Clover Kingdom anymore. That's just it's not. You can't do that.
I feel like he's definitely gonna stay around still.
And he definitely gonna be like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, he'll be like, y'all can manage it on your own. I'm good. My thing is, I'm just like, yeah, I just feel like Asta doesn't strike me as experienced enough to be the captain. Like, I don't know why Noct, unless Noct is about to die or turn evil, would listen to that nigga. You feel me? Like, I don't feel like anybody's got that respect from him yet. They know he's strong, but I don't think anybody respects Asta like that.
I would go with that if I've ever seen anything in Black Clover that made me believe that strategy and leadership are important.
Look at Roselle. How do you think he got up there?
He got up there with this nigga money. That nigga got bread, bro. Like,
what about the nigga from Purple Orcas, bro? The Hans, whatever the fuck is.
Right place, right time. One of them type of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Came up off the come up, just right place, right time. But none of them niggas have stratted their way to the top. Nobody. And we see from that nigga Real. Real's a fucking moron. And he leads a whole crew. He leads the Wizard King's whole crew. He's a fucking moron. I'm like, if he can do it, Asta damn sure can do it. I'll follow Asta before I follow that nigga real.
I guess I feel you, but at the same time, I go like, oh man, with his specific squad, it's just we know too many characters that I'm just like, dang, you might be a better leader. And plus, they're even like seasoning that these niggas are, as Asta's growing, these niggas are also growing with him. You feel me? With the Arcana stage reveals and all this shit. So I'm just kind of like, the Black Bulls seem, and it could only be just because we know them the most, seem very even as far as the levels, besides maybe even vice captain, of the members. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, from what they're seasoning right now, I'm not gonna say that they're all like on the same plane. Really? I don't feel like the gap is as crazy as like and everyone else in Golden Dawn. You feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's closer groups.
I don't agree. I think it's the same distance. The only difference is Golden Dawn got hella niggas, right? So it's just more fodder niggas, but the divide is still the same. Like there are like high tier niggas on both sides, like Longris, a couple of them random fucking niggas that they got. Just like we got like fucking Ghost. Yeah, Ghost is one of the strongest niggas in the show, but he not like captain level. He one of the strongest sub captain level niggas. Yeah. They got a lot of them niggas. Then there's a huge divide. Like there's like Luck and Ghost. Then a huge divide of just bum niggas that without their special powers that like what my man say, Yami keyed that shit. Like he just using Yami key to find them niggas. Like they're trash without that special thing. Then like above Luck and Ghost, they're like the captain niggas, like not Yami and Asta, like and Noelle, like niggas that none of these other niggas gonna come close to touching.
So then why not Noelle over Asta?
Because she digmatized.
Do you think she would really bow down to it? I feel like how it would go. I feel like how it would go is he wouldn't really have a say, so to speak. I feel like they would just get appointed into it. But I mean, I feel you on that. I mean, also shonen and women, so that could also be another reason why she don't get it. But
like, if we were being objective here, it's like, yeah, no, you should not upgrade Asta because like that just politically wouldn't be as smart as upgrading Noelle. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, like it's a shonen show and they care more about making people feel good. So Asta broke ass gonna become a captain. Like, I wouldn't make that nigga a captain. I'd be like,
I wouldn't either. I honestly don't see Yami dying in this arc at least. So I feel like I agree with the idea that Asta might get some sort of squad, but I feel like it'll be like similar to what we're doing now, where it's like a group of niggas that go on a mission to a certain area, like that's his squad, and he just happens to be leading that. Or maybe even I can see a death flag sort of being waved for Noct. So I can see that nigga moving out the way, and then Asta leveling up to vice captain. Yeah, but I don't see Yami dying yet. That's just my thought because he's too much of a fan favorite, and they tried that, and that nigga didn't die.
Jiraiya, bro.
Huh?
If Jiraiya can get it, any nigga can go.
I feel you, but they tried that with Julius, because Julius I thought was a death that came way too soon. Like when they fought the elves and he died, I said, yo, they going hella Naruto with the shit. But plus, they added this shit early as fuck. And then they were like, nah, he not dead. So I feel like, he's going to remain shonen on it and at least not kill Yami yet. It just seems too soon. Nigga just got a new move, all that shit. It seems too soon.
Based on what I feel like from the story, I feel like this story is almost a continuation. Right, like if the original show was just called like, I don't know, Gray Clover, and it was about Yami and William, and now we watching the continuation because it feel like Yami and William still the main characters. You know what I'm saying? Like how Boruto is like, Boruto the main character, but really it's still Naruto and Sasuke. You know what I mean? Like that's what I feel like. So I'm like, honestly, if we truly want to give this show over, because right now Asta got the power to bang with these niggas. We see that. The only thing he don't got is like that weight to the story. Asta don't make calls. They throw that nigga at the next nigga and he whooped that nigga ass. But finally, it's a time for Asta to start making calls. The only way that's gonna happen is if Yami not there. Yami not listening to that nigga Asta.
That's facts. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, they might be able to move him out, but my thought is just, I always think about the 1,000 chapters too. Like, I'm like, if you're trying to go One Piece long at the same time, the thing that I really love about what Black Clover did this year was the fact that it showed that, like, strong niggas can grow. Because I feel like most of the time we see that strong niggas pretty much just stay strong and we just get revealed to a different Rolodex of powers. So now that they introduced that world building storytelling aspect of, like, these captains actually still have room to grow, it makes me think that they'll be around for longer because they just gonna learn new moves. Like I said, if you put room shit in Yami's hands, what's gonna happen? You feel me? Like, you can control black holes, huh?
What room could he use? Because you have to have magic that's, like, based off elemental shit.
I thought his shit is still dark, bro. Like, I thought at its core it's some sort of, like, well, then we get into the debate of, like, whether light and dark are elements, and that all kind of depends on your world. But in my opinion, I'm like, his source is, like, some sort of darkness, or I guess gravity, if you want to argue it from, like, the whatever perspective. Antimatter, I don't fucking know. But my thing on it is just the way they describe runes is just, it's like a set of instructions. So at the end of the day, you pretty much can just take, you know, your regular magic, and depending on how broken it is, you can, you know, do stupid shit like, I just created a giant wall of fire that, you know, triggers at a certain time because I added this instruction. Or I could do something like completely level up my briar magic to do something totally fucking different. You feel me? So, you're right. So I'm just like, but that scale of, like, what the fuck is it going? I don't know. I'm excited for that specifically. Like, this year, power developments in Black Clover, I'm expecting a lot. I think the Asta reveal, actually, of, like, this new form, I think it actually might be one of the, not lower points, but not as, I don't think it's going to be the most memorable point we see this year from Black Clover, at least in my opinion. I'm expecting something bigger.
I could agree with that. I don't expect power-ups to be, oh, that's another thing I don't like. Everybody power-up is like a suit of fucking armor or some shit. I just like, power-up look just like Mara Leona power-up. And it's just like, I get that they kind of derive from the same thing, but at the same time, like, I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
I took it as it's your magic secretly trying to tell you that you need to develop the hands, bro, because a nigga with hands single-handedly beat most of you.
Right?
So, I mean, at least that means, like, so now I guess that's another question, just from, like, the power standpoint. With these people getting their level ups, do we feel like, as compared to these, like, you know, the people that are still growing, is Asta as much of a one-shotter as he was before? If we're just talking, like, Asta, not with any of the new powers, but I'm talking about the Asta that we saw in the very beginning, basically the anti-magic sword. How many people now do we think can, like, pretty easily counter that?
These niggas is just getting magic upgrades. Look, I'm gonna tell it to you, Asta in the same position he was in from day one. Mm-hmm. If that nigga sword get past your magic, he gonna fold you like the book nerd you is, bro. So
you think this Briar magic not really changing how the fight with Rosalie would have gone?
Hold it.
Really? What about Mara Leona? That's gotta be my follow. You think Mara Leona's getting folded?
This is what I'm gonna say, bro. Hear me out.
Wow.
I think the way Mara Leona does not get folded by Asta is by dodging that nigga until he run out of power. Mm-hmm. Currently, I have not seen Mara Leona do shit that wasn't magic boost, because her super strength is magic boost. Like, no, bro. Until she showed me, like, that nigga Veto, like, no, outside this magic nigga, I'm really strong. I don't care nothing about that. She cold with the magic, but Asta folded her and gonna show her, oh, you really a nerd though. You know what I'm saying? Okay. There's only a couple niggas that's not getting shown that. Yami not getting folded. Veto not getting folded.
Wow.
Everybody else, you take the sword to the head, you sleep.
Damn. Okay, I mean, I'll leave it at that. I think just to wrap it up, if there's any other predictions I have, like I said, I think I'm gonna see more from the captains. I'm expecting that this year. Obviously, the Asta power development. I feel like we will wrap up the Dark Triad this year, which means we might end on some filler or we might end on the next big thing. Not really sure. But I don't see the Dark Triad thing lasting another year because I felt like this year was literally the year of setup. It was amazing setup, but it was a lot of, all right, we're here now. We're gonna drop these niggas, and I think the first quarter or first 2 quarters of this year is probably gonna be those fights and wrapping it up. So like I said, I think everybody's getting their power up, but I honestly think they're all going to get dropped. Even unfortunately, I think he's going to get dropped, and I think Austin Noel and the backup crew are going to come and put in the final blows.
Okay, that's pretty fair.
Any other closings for you from you?
No, I generally got my message out.
All right, bet. So 2021 anime is the next section. So it's just us talking about some anime, and you guys feel free to share which ones you guys are looking forward to in the comments as well. But what anime in 2021 are you looking forward to dropping? You might watch, you might pick up. The Three Kingdoms after the Dark Triad crest a Council of Knights.
Create a Council of Knights. Oh, so basically all the kingdoms get together and just make a group.
Not the Diamond Kingdom.
Oh, he said Shaman King, bro. Don't hype me up like that, because if Shaman King don't come out, I hold you personally responsible. Yeah.
If it dropped, they definitely still gotta trim some shit up. They gotta make it. Making it look pretty is one, but I think there's definitely some. They should try to go the Kaya route and just cut out unnecessary filler. Yeah, I don't think there was that many in Shaman King as I can remember, but still. It was there because I did rewatch it like later in life, and I don't remember it being that much of a drag. But there's definitely some shit they can clean up.
Yeah, shit. As far as like shit I'm hyped about, actually, before I even jump into any of this, bro, I just gotta put this respect out here. I don't know who commented it, told us anything, but somebody put us on Golden Kamui when we was doing the decent awards.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yo, I'm gonna throw this on in the background while I like do some work and like smoke. And I was like, yo, Golden Kamui kind of clean though, bro. Yeah. And what was that? When did we do the awards? Like last week? I'm almost done with the series.
Weeks ago.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm almost finished with the series. Like I just got.
Did you see the sniper battle shit already, then?
The sniper battle?
Yeah, there was something I saw on Crunchyroll. That's why I was like, oh, that's probably worth the watch. It was like these two snipers going against each other. But it was just a really dope.
I was low key, so.
Oh, okay. It was just a really dope fight. I thought it was interesting, and then I mean, obviously one nigga lost and got headshotted at the end, but it was like a little strategic play to it. I thought it was dope.
Yeah, hey, they do that a couple times. Like the strats be like I'm not gonna call them like through the roof. Like the strats not crazy, but like the strats are kind of decent. Like Golden Kamui, that shit got 5 stars from me. Like, I think they just jump into like all these different things. Like you get a little romance, you get a little shonen, you get a little seinen, you get like survival, you get mystery. Like I feel like that nigga just like today I'm going. Do this anime. Fuck it. All right. This is what this episode is. And this is decent.
All right. Look out for the Should You Watch / Should You Read coming to a YouTube channel near you.
Right. Dr. Stone coming out.
Yeah. I got to catch up. I'm sorry, but I know everyone wrote the Dr. Stone Science Wave, and I'm usually a big fan of alternative, shonen storytelling, I guess. But this one, I just gotta pick it up. It's just hard. It's just hard for me. I don't know why, because I think I would be interested in it, and I was interested in it when I started reading it, but I just fell off, bro, and haven't caught back up.
It be that way sometimes, bro. You just sleep on some shit, and then boom, now you just don't watch anymore. Reincarnated like as a slime, yeah.
I'm ready to watch season 2 of that.
Shit, cells at work, B stars. It's a lot of niggas sleep on B stars, which I'm just
still sleep.
Nigga, wake up! Your alarm ringing. Like get up,
nigga. Knocked out, bro. I'm knocked out. I'm good.
Hey, you know what? I'm watching. I'm watching this for the squad. Mm-hmm. Is Promised Neverland season 2?
Oh god.
Well, bro, this is the crazy thing. I don't understand it. Maybe Promised Neverland was only trash if you didn't read it weekly, or like if you read it weekly. Because I feel like these niggas are watching it like fluently, and everybody like it wasn't that bad. It's not
the whole story. But the thing is, it's not bad yet. I would argue that this one is probably going to be the last good season of Promised Neverland if they don't change the way they tell the story.
But I think they get to Goldie Pond.
Yeah, I predict they're either going to finish up Goldie Pond or just touch Goldie Pond at the end of this, which is a great cliffhanger for season 2. Like how Emma got like snatched up. I think that's going to be like a decent cliffhanger if that's where they ended on. But yeah, after that, I'm not expecting much. From
I think they'll be able to finesse season 3. They'll be able to finesse season 3 because you're gonna be riding the wave, and it was decent once they started to be aggressive back towards them niggas.
Yeah,
and I think you'll get a few people. But then after that, all the niggas that liked it for the beginning, all them niggas gonna drop. Like, cause I was one.
I'm not even gonna lie. Actually, season 3 will probably still hit just because of the big reveal, and I'll leave it at that of that person. So that I think will still allow them to hit because niggas will go crazy over. Oh my god, I could see the community nerding out over that. But after that, for sure.
If they get the bunker a little bit, how they do the farm, that actually might be decent, bro. If they made it like scary, because on the pages that shit wasn't scary. But like I tell you, with the anime, what they do with like the art and the music and the camera, it make that shit better, bro. Like you just
no, I do. I watched a little bit of the first season, and I did appreciate like the touches they added. I mean, the coloring was great, like. That darker tone, it definitely does give you like the horror setting. My thing is just like at a certain point it becomes Attack on Titan, but not in a good way where like these kids somehow seem to be on the same plane as these demons that were hopeless to beat before. You feel me? And then Talk No Jutsu just starts shutting shit down, and I'm just like, well, I don't know. But like I said, if at 3 seasons, because you might have a point there, really, like if you catch somebody for 3 seasons. It might be really hard for them to admit that 4th one is trash.
That's what I'm saying.
I see that a lot with the bigger shonens. Like because the previous stuff was so hard, they never want to really admit that the ending wasn't what it was supposed to be or good. Like I see that for Naruto, heard it for Bleach, I've heard it for a bunch of shit. So I wouldn't be surprised if people still hung on. I watched half an episode of Beastars and man, I'm with you, Silent Blaze. Fuck that shit.
Y'all niggas, man. Y'all niggas.
Thotty bodies.
Wake up.
Thotty bodies on that
shit.
Look,
bro. She for the streets. Alright. She for the streets.
Fully.
But you know what? Legoshi still loved her anyway. So that's on that nigga, but
Oh, wow. Anyways, I've heard people talk about Kinu Mono Jihen. And I saw the trailer for it. I think I'm gonna give it a shot. It looks interesting. That's the one that's actually in the picture for the thumbnail or whatever the fuck this is called, the background.
You know what I'm actually pissed about?
What?
That I'm looking through all these anime that's dropping, and Darwin's Game not up there. Like Darwin's Game was the best shit of 2020. And y'all gonna disrespect my mans and not like give Darwin's Game a season 2?
They only gave it 11 episodes. That was already a red flag to me. I had started reading the manga anyway, so I need to actually get back on that and finish.
Oh, you tell me, bro. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I just started but I wasn't that deep in it. I just read like a couple of pages past like
Because I'm like, shit, fuck it. I might just start reading too. Fuck it.
I mean, at this point, it's just like I'm curious as to how it ends, and I don't feel like. The anime is definitely going to add some swag to it. But for a story like that, I don't know if I necessarily need it to still get the same effect. But yeah, another one. I mean, there is a lot of weird comebacks. So there's been word of the the Maggie season 3. I haven't really heard confirmation of this, but I've heard people talk about it. So if that does drop, that's definitely one I'm picking up. And then Bleach Thousand Year Blood War. I have to watch it because I know the animation is gonna be fire.
Ain't getting me.
Hey, bro, the animation is going to be fire. 20.
That nigga got me twice, bro.
Telling you,
I thought he was just getting me once,
bro. Telling you, it's going to be fire action. If you watch Burn the Witch and you thought that shit looked beautiful, you're at least gonna get it. Like the ending is going to be dumb, but the ending was dumb for a whole bunch of other reasons. And to me, I just, I always loved seeing the power reveals for Bleach. So I think seeing that is always going to be decent for me.
All right, this is what I'm going to say, bro. I feel like during our generation, Bleach had, to me, by far, the best action scenes. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I just think there was not really competition. But that's not the case anymore. If I want to see dope animation, like dope fight scenes, I go to Black Clover. No. Don't disrespect me, bro. Like, we almost had to fight through the screen, bro. We're talking about some Demon Slayer. What do I look like I'm in 3rd grade?
Hey, bro, the action is dope. I highly recommend Demon Slayer.
I watched 6 episodes and almost fell asleep. The action wasn't that dope.
Bro, you just didn't get to that part yet. That part where Zenitsu did his thing.
That's probably like episode 10, bro. Like they and I'm sure there's probably niggas that's about to hop in the chest like, hey, man, you better put some respect on Demon. You can fuck that. He was like, I'm not going. You can't convince me. I actually watched it, bro. I sat there getting disrespected.
No, I'm good on Demon Slayer.
But my bad. Let me get back to Black Clover like I was saying, bro. So they just animated the part where Asta, fly in on his sword.
Yeah.
Magnificent, nigga. Flawless, clean. Wow. I don't need Bleach no more, bro. I'm good.
Okay. All right. I'm still standing by what I said. I think the action will be fire. And I think the anime only fans that just stopped at that part in the anime and didn't read the manga ending will hype it. I think they will. So that's another one I'm looking out for. I actually had created a list, I think. Let me see. There were some more I was interested in. But yeah, feel free to share y'all's in the comments while I'm looking up which one I had. There we go. So, Log Horizon is back. Oh, okay, I didn't pick that one up. Oh, redo of the Healer. So this one I watched a YouTube video about, and the synopsis sounded like my fucking kind of show. Apparently it's an isekai, but it's based around a healer who realizes that basically he gets to, I guess, the culmination of his healing power, and I guess with that it allows him to go back in time. So I guess he killed a bunch of people or was a shitty healer, so he didn't heal enough people. So he goes back in time kind of to try and like correct his mistakes or whatever. And I guess the skew of it is just looking at it from the healer's perspective, a role most people think is shit as far as like D&D goes. And I guess putting like, overlord level respect on this nigga. Typical isekai shit. Strategy, main character is going to be a GOAT. The only time now is that the main character just happens to be a healer. So I'm very interested in the perspective they'll take on that one.
Yeah, I like that. I watch a couple of isekais where like it's not maybe like the main character not a healer, but like the story is revolved around them. You know what I'm saying? Like ones where like, oh no, we didn't have our healer, and so everybody got brutally murdered. Like I'll be watching those, so I definitely probably fuck with it. There's another one that I saw. It's called Mushiko Tensei, or like the jobless reincarnation or something like that. Okay. I'm not fucking sure, but I watched like a clip of it where like I guess this nigga get reincarnated as like a baby in like a isekai type world or something like that. It looked kind of lit. Like I was thinking about fucking with it. You know what I mean? Like just off the art alone, and then just the idea, like, oh, a baby reincarnated with like a 30-some-year-old brain, it just seemed funny to me.
Right.
Might be funny to some other people. Who knows?
No, I agree. I think I might have actually seen that one in that same YouTube video I watched. It does seem interesting, but they didn't sell it like you sold it, so I might actually give it a shot. I didn't add it to my list though. The other thing I saw was High Rise Invasion. It looks like it's the survival horror type of show set in a high rise. The clips I saw seemed interesting. It seemed like they had the action was there, and it looks like the main character is a female on this one. So it seemed like a good switch up. And then another one was Skate to Infinity. Now this one is likely one that I'm going to drop, but I think it's centered around skating. I don't know if I could call this a sports anime. It seemed like it still had shonen aspects to it, but it's around skating. And since I never watched one of the OGs, what's it called? The one that everybody loves to talk about niggas rollerblading. Huh?
Yuri on Ice?
No, the rollerblading joint. I would never. First of all, how dare you? How dare you? That's what niggas should watch, bro.
I mean, I don't really fuck with Yuri on Ice, but I mean, I want to go judge you for fucking.
No, but what I'm saying is like, hey, bro, watch whatever you want to watch, because I already know, niggas trying to cancel motherfuckers. Hey, watch whatever you want to watch. All I'm saying is that I don't know if the shonen subset of the community is really hyping Yuri on Ice like that. That's all I'm gonna say.
You said the anime niggas been talking about some niggas on us.
No, I said rollerblading, bro. It's the ones with the rollerblading. It ended already.
Okay. You said rollerblading after the fact. You originally said
I didn't say that.
Niggas talking about niggas skating Yuri on Ice. That fits.
Anyways.
But Air Gear is what you're talking about.
Air Gear. So since I never watched Air Gear, I was like, maybe I can relive that with this show. So that's why I put it on here.
Hey, oh God, he's definitely watching Yuri on Ice.
No,
bro.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I watch Beastars before I watch Yuri on Ice.
Good, you should. It's a phenomenal anime.
Hey, you're allowed to hate on JoJo's, and I'm allowed to talk shit about Beastars and Thotty Bodies.
Fair. You know what? I talk shit about JoJo's. I want to put some respect on Kingdom. The 3rd season is dropping, and I know it's not a lot of niggas out here watching Kingdom. And if there are, that's crazy. I'll see like 30,000 niggas have viewed a post about Kingdom, right? Mm-hmm. But nobody talking about it. So are niggas like really watching it? Come out, nigga. It's okay. Come out, bro. Like, I'm watching it too, dog. You're not alone.
It's hard to talk about it because it's like One Piece without
powers.
Without powers and without the hype moments. Like literally, like I remember catching up. Like I think I was like 100 chapters behind, and all those 100 chapters was one battle. Like, you feel me? Like, it was literally just, you know what I'm saying, watching this fight. And I mean, it's dope because it's Kingdom, but at the same time, like, week to week, it's historical also. So it's like, can you really put out the predictions? They must be there somewhere. Like,
yeah. I guess that makes sense to why niggas not talking about it. Yeah. But
I definitely will pick that up. I need to pick up the season they redid. Was it this year or last year? But when they brought it back, I didn't watch that season yet, so I need to catch up.
And I do warn everybody about this. Season 1 of Kingdom might be the worst animation I've ever
That 3D cell just say this shit, bro.
So fucking bad, bro. And like that lets you know how good. Like if you a strat anime nigga, which me and MGG both fuck with strats. You will fuck with Kingdom if you can get past the shitty graphics.
Right. No, I agree. I agree with that. Shit, something had just came to my mind when you said that, but I totally forgot.
Right.
Yeah. It was a question I wanted to ask you, but then I totally forgot. What the fuck was it?
Should you watch Yuri on Ice?
No, I'm good, bro. Wasn't there? Definitely was not that. Kingdom. Whatever. Just keep going. It'll come to me eventually. Anything else that you wanted to watch?
That I want to watch? Nah. You know, I mean, okay.
For the next hype. Oh, that's what it was. Haikyuu. I'm kind of getting mad that Netflix hasn't fucking translated these seasons. Like, I might jump on the anime, bro, because I keep seeing new seasons dropping, And I'm like, yo, Netflix, can you hurry up and dub this shit so I can watch it? But I think I'm about to transition.
Yeah, Netflix on games with Haikyuu, like
Yeah. And you know they about to drop Kuroko no Basket on there, so I'm interested to see what it's gonna do to the community.
Oh, when Kuroko no Basket drop on Netflix?
Yeah, it's dropping, I believe, this Friday, actually. All
the niggas gonna come over. It's over with. Yeah. Like, all the niggas that... Because I've been telling niggas for the longest, like, bro, like, branch out there other anime. Dude, start with a sports anime. It's the perfect branch from Dragon Ball fucking Z to, like, good anime. You know what I'm saying?
Literally, almost all the characters in the sports anime are like Rock Lee, which is like every nigga's favorite nigga. Like their god is Rock Lee. It's Rock Lee. You want to see a successful Rock Lee storyline? Watch a sports anime.
Mm-hmm. I feel like anime hood niggas wake up, tie they black Air Force Ones, put on a do rag, and pray to that nigga Rock Lee.
100%.
And go out and do some shit.
Right. Mr. Lee, please guide me, give me strength to bust these niggas on their jaw.
Like, bro. And I'm just like, look, if you like Rock Lee, you will love sports anime. Every nigga in there Rock Lee in their own way.
Big facts. But at least they get the dub at the end. Eden Zero. I have not heard anything about that. It does sound familiar though. I don't know.
That sound like no cap.
Yeah.
Let me see. Now I gotta look this up. Eden Zero.
All right.
If some porn pop up, I'm gonna be hot.
And then I started picking up. Is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon? Once again, and I'm gonna say this every time I have to read a long isekai name. Stop writing these long ass isekai names, bro. These shits be like pages long.
Hey, bro, I don't think Eden Zero even an anime yet. It looked like your typical.
Oh. That Eden Zero. Got it. Okay. Yeah, he was saying it's the fairy tale continuation. I read that, but I didn't know they were turning it into a anime. I think it's the prequel. Is that the prequel, or is that the new manga Hiro Mashima wrote? Because he wrote a new one about like time skips that has nothing to do with fairy tale really, and then he did a prequel to Fairy Tale, where it was just following Mavis and the shit that she did. I don't remember if that was Eden Zero or if it was the other one. But yeah, I don't know. I might give it a shot.
Fairy Tale attached to it, Bleach attached to it. Nope, I'm good.
Come on, man. Rave Master.
Hey, look, you can't get backwards clout, bro. You can't.
What you mean?
It went Rave Master, then Fairy Tale, right? If you went Fairy Tale, then drop Rave Master, okay, I can put respect on it. I can't put clout past the bullshit. It can't go through that.
Okay, so that means that the next series Kishimoto drops, you're not picking up.
It's over because he dropped Samurai 7.
He did. Why
would you respect us with that, nigga? Like, that shit was boo-boo.
My thing is, like, I see why he never really put respect on Samurai's names, bro, because he sucks at writing them, bro. It wasn't good. Like, because I remember watching that Mifune fight, and I was like, this is fucking dumb. Because that was a fight that single-handedly made me, like, not put any respect on that poison nigga, Salamander dude. That fight, I was like, yo, this is trash. Like, this nigga's been hyped up. He's the nigga that gave the Sannin Day name. I'm thinking he finna be goated, and then it's like you just get beat by. He had no ninjutsu. He just sliced your ass up.
He should have left the world of mystery, because the more you learned about the Naruto world, the more you was like, what?
150%, bro.
There was never a time where you found out some Naruto lore and was like, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes some sense. It was just like
150%, bro.
Why would they do that?
But it was like the storytelling was so Sakura-esque, bro. It was just like when you heard about these niggas, the legends was like, I can't wait to see this nigga fight, right? 7 missed swordsmen, disappointing. Fucking the 2 niggas that survived in the 9-tailed stomach, disappointing. Like they were, with the Sage's 6 pass weapons, disappointing. Like, and no matter what I saw in that war, they were all fucking disappointing, pretty much. But the one that who wasn't were the niggas I thought was lame, like Clam Homie or whatever. One of the hardest niggas.
The first Hokage is probably the Hokage if you look at it like before he gets it introduced, right? Like the moment before he get introduced, all before that, he probably the least talked about Kage. Well, nobody talking about that nigga like that. It was like, oh, he's the first Hokage. That's the nigga that made the village. And that was it. But then that nigga dropped it. He was like, yo, I'm actually stronger than all y'all niggas y'all have. Right. And I was like, man, that makes sense. These niggas that's all I'm just saying.
Yo. All right. Any other things on 2021 anime?
Shout out to all the random fucking slices of life I'ma watch. My God. Like, bro, slice of life be like fucking 10 episodes long, like blow through them shits in a day.
Yeah. Let me know if you find any with a delinquent background. I'll fuck with those.
Bet. I'm gonna slowly turn you, bro. I'm gonna get some delinquent niggas with a little bit of strat here and there.
You have to make me feel a payoff, bro, because I feel like I don't get a payoff from slice of lives, bro. I just be like, this is
happiness, nigga. You niggas can't be happy. That be the payoff.
But I feel like if I'm looking for that, like I just wouldn't go to anime for that. In my mind, I just wouldn't, because it's just overly like, anime happiness is just very like, dial the fuck up to 11. It's like I don't want to see that dial to 11, bro.
Fair. That's true. Sometimes they go too hard.
Right, you eating a peach and then your ass is fucking coming on yourself? Like you
ate a peach and just buzz, bro?
No, bro, I'm good. I'm good on that, bro.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm done. I ain't got nothing else for 2020.
All right. So since we were already talking about Naruto, I think it makes sense to jump into this one. Characters that got the Rock Lee treatment. So for this one, I think we just gonna throw out names, or we can even give our little descriptions of characters that we feel got the Rock Lee treatment. Now, what's the Rock Lee treatment? A nigga that had hands, maybe a lot of potential, pretty much got dropped. You ain't hear much from him afterwards. That's what I would kind of define as the Rock Lee treatment. Let me know if your definition is different.
I think we can add one more thing to that definition, because I tend to call these niggas Rock Lee niggas more often than not. Yeah. And those are any anime character that's getting hype that don't deserve it. Like, because when you go back and look at the fucking Carfax, that nigga actually ass.
Damn. Okay, well, I have characters on both sides of that fence, because I feel like there's some characters that I actually think it was just unjustified, but they got the Rock Lee treatment. Like, I go ahead and throw mine out now. Chad from Bleach. Like, I honestly felt like he got the Rock Lee treatment, but it wasn't from a, niggas hyping him up side of things. He just, literally everyone he fought was someone Ichigo couldn't beat at that particular time. Like, everyone he took an L to. So he took an L to, like, number 5, who dropped Ichigo and had to get saved by Kenpachi. When they went to Soul Society, this nigga happened to run up on Shunsui, who's, like, one of the oldest, most OG captains there. Like, he had no chance of fucking surviving. But it was like, all you saw from Chad's highlight reel was this nigga just got dropped, never lived up to any type of potential.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. No, I ain't gonna even mention the Naruto nigga.
Well, Jugga said Mystigon from Fairy Tail back in the day. I totally agree. Turned out to be Jalal's bum self. And low-key, Jalal for the rest of Fairy Tail was pretty bum-ass. Like, he did some shit, but not as much as he was hyped to be able to do.
For sure. Shit, I just had somebody in my fucking head. I don't know why I just forgot this person. Had him.
Does it rhyme with Red Riot?
Red Riot, bitch ass. All right.
Because I figured that would be who you suggested.
Yeah, fucking Red Riot. This nigga got the Rock Lee treatment for sure. Like, he was literally scene for scene Rock Lee. Yeah. Nigga powered up. Don't get me wrong. I was with everybody. I even in Japan bought the cover art with his unbreakable form on it. I fuck with this nigga Red Riot. Okay. However, he also a bum ass nigga who was getting knocked the fuck out. That's all I'm saying here, bro. That nigga powered up just to get beat the fuck up. That's like, and I get it, in anime we used to that being cool, but like I just can't help but relate it to real life. That's like real life nigga like, hey bro, I'm about to knock this nigga out. Talking the most shit, and then he stopped to give you a background story. Hold up, bro. Let me tell you how I got here, man. Back in 8th grade, like, and then he get knocked the fucking out.
So now knowing how trash the heroes are, do you feel like it makes that scene even more disappointing for you? Because you kind of know, like, oh, really, the student heroes are technically on pro hero level, which means that, like, technically Red Riot should have been able, like, if you replace Red Riot with Bakugo, he might have actually caught a dub on Rappa.
Yeah, like Bakugo would have killed Rappa. But this is my issue, bro. This is where I'm at. Is how lucky they are that they had the realest nigga Fat Gum with them. Because we seen the rest of these heroes.
That's true.
99% of the heroes in Japan, if put in that situation, all y'all be dead right now.
If it was Lock Drop, that nigga would be doo.
He probably would have punched Lock Drop in half, bro.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't for Fat Gum, that actually would have been like one of the saddest days in My Hero. Like in today's news, 5 heroes got ripped in half by Maniac Rapper.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Like it was not a good look for them niggas.
Right.
I want to say Piccolo has gotten the Rock Lee treatment in a couple ways.
I agree.
One with him, he get hyped out through the community for his accolades, which he don't got that many. And then
Hell's Own Grenade
has killed who?
Own Grenade.
Hell's Own Grenade went his hardest in Tenkaichi Budokai 3,
hey,
bro.
I was killing niggas with that Hell's Own Grenade. Don't sleep, bro.
I'm asleep, bro. Snooze button is hit, nigga. That nigga, and then this is the thing that killed me. I just gotta put this out here to the world once again. Please stop calling Piccolo a better father than Goku. That's just not true, bro. This nigga Piccolo is truly a Rock Lee nigga. He kidnapped that nigga and left Gohan in the wild for a year. And when the Saiyans finally came, he almost got killed anyway. When my nigga Goku trained that nigga for a year, he came back a Super Saiyan 2. I ain't hearing that shit. My nigga
Gohan didn't really want to learn, bro. What Piccolo did was
his mindset was
he put him out there to show him what the world is really like. He said, "You out here with wolves, motherfucker." Like, Gohan, you know, Chi-Chi already had put that shit in his hair. You gonna go get a degree, all that shit. So the streets wasn't in him like that.
So yeah, put the streets in him first.
Yeah, that's what Piccolo was trying to do. Piccolo was like, bro, you gotta understand. Like, nigga, first of all, I'll say this about the better father thing. What the fuck do you expect? This nigga's dad threw him up and died. That was it. That was the culmination of his experience with his dad. Was like, this nigga vomited me up, fucking died, bro. Like, that's it. I don't know this nigga.
That's fair. That was the experience of being in the that nigga. He grew up wild. Piccolo grew up a wild nigga, but he ain't grow up as wild as Goku. No. Goku grew up thinking a ball was his granddaddy, bro. Like, come on. Come on, bro.
But what I'm saying is, like, from Piccolo's perspective, right? His mind was like, damn, I gotta go back to try and be a parent. Okay, so what did my child... Okay, so I was thrown with some wolves, and look at who I am today. All right, throw that nigga to some wolves, bro. We gonna figure it out.
You actually just gave me a new perspective on this.
He just did what he knew how to do.
He was just doing what he knew how to do. That's pretty good. Oh, man.
He said, I turned out great. And I bet you he looks at Gohan today and see, like, you see what that wilderness did for your ass? I'm telling you, bro.
If I finally leave that nigga to the streets, he wouldn't be nobody.
Exactly.
I want to say the original nigga in Dragon Ball Z to get hold. See, people think Vegeta the original nigga to get hold. They be like, oh, why Vegeta always losing? No. Tien Shinhan was the original nigga to get hold. My nigga Tien Shinhan was the strongest nigga on the planet at a point. Now kids don't even know who this nigga is.
T who?
Niggas think his eyeball fake, bro.
Right? No, it's a deep fake, bro. Now, it went from being something cool, like, oh yeah, this nigga got some sort of awakening, to like an ugly ass birth defect. They like, who's this nigga with a fucking third eye?
Yeah, this fucking googly eye on this nigga.
Right?
Bro, he was the first nigga to get the Rock Lee treatment for real.
Yeah. He said, well, homie was on the DB Super team. Piccolo said straight, he did work for Goku. Also, I'll throw out from Seven Deadly Sins, Bond. That boy got Rock Lee treatment. I feel like at the end he still didn't redeem himself personally to me. But that nigga was like, we all loved him. Then he went to shit, but yeah, some people still loved him. But he didn't do anything valuable. Another obvious one is Magna. But like I said, I think he's gonna be the first shonen character
to make it out,
around, bro. To make it out of this curse. I think he'll be the first.
I pray for my man's Magna. I'm gonna say Tito Vermillion.
Tito Vermillion.
My man,
I don't think anybody's hyping him up though.
He was hyping himself up though.
He was hyping himself up.
You really thought he was
Tito Vermillion is in his own mentions and comments hyping himself up, bro. Cause ain't nobody hyping that nigga up.
I'm in that nigga back corner, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a secret Tito Vermillion fan. And for those of us that don't know who Tito Vermillion is, that's what's that nigga real name? Leopold Vermillion from Black Clover.
Leopold. I'm mad that he actually made that work, bro. Because Fuego Leon and Mara Leona both really hard stretches on Fire Lion acronyms. But Leopold actually works, and he's the shittiest one of all three. Cause the guy
he should have been named after some fire, bro.
Right?
He's tripping.
Crazy. When was Magna ever decent? Yeah, no,
bro, don't sleep on my nigga Magna, because them first couple episodes of motherfucking Black Clover when he threw that big ass fireball at Asta, and Asta was like, "Oh my god, it's too big to cut." For that one moment, you was like, "Yo, is this nigga Magna strong though?"
I'm done.
But he wasn't. Then he had his second chance when he made them invisible little fireballs.
Yeah,
for one more moment. One more moment, you was like, wait, is this nigga Magna actually good though? But no.
For that one moment.
I gave 2 moments where niggas really was thinking too.
Ben as character is great, but still got hold a bit. I agree. Who else could have gotten the Rock Lee treatment? Besides Rock Lee, of course. Oh, and Bleach. Oh, no, I already talked about Chad, so I don't have to go back.
Chad.
I'll also say Ishida, to be honest, but, like, it's hard for him because I also don't feel like he was necessarily hyped by the community. But for the fact that, like, especially for, spoiler alert for the people who are about to watch this new Bleach arc, but literally the last arc of Bleach is about how OP the Quincy's are. And to look over at that and then to look at Ishida and been like, nigga, you haven't done shit for every fucking arc that's been around, but yet the captives are going against Quincy's that are murking them. It's pretty sad.
Yeah. I will say, what's that boy name? That Todoroki? What's that nigga? Todoroki. Shoto. Shoto. Because now that we get all these Todorokis, I gotta fucking know their real name. Yeah. Shoto, that nigga is Rock Lee, bro. First season, most niggas on here, any nigga that's in here right now, first season was like, yeah, Shoto the strongest. Well, he kind of asked. Because I think Deku could beat Dabi. I ain't gonna lie. Well, I think season might have beat Dabi. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga got folded by Dabi. But
let me put it like this, though. What's the bar? Because if we compare them to the Pro Heroes, this nigga is still probably above the Pro Heroes.
I'm not counting no Pro Heroes. Them niggas ass.
Okay,
compared to the niggas he didn't drop down. He didn't drop down for real.
Who's better than him right now?
He may be able to physically beat Red Riot, but he ain't got more clout in the streets than that nigga. He definitely don't. Red Riot actually saved some people.
Well, first of all, I'm still wondering what the fuck Todoroki's suit is. So I feel like he still hasn't got his true moment of time.
He pull up in the Nike fit, bro. He just got
on. I'm saying, like, this nigga still hasn't really. I feel like he hasn't fully taken on the hero mantle yet. The way we just saw, like, Bakugo kind of get his development. So I feel like it's kind of like, I don't know. I can agree with you for now. All I'm saying is I am expecting a big switch up from Shoto. Maybe not this year, but I'm expecting something.
I called it. I called it way back when everybody was hyping up that nigga Stain. I called it then. I was like, low key, that nigga Todoroki ass, because Todoroki should have folded Stain. No questions, nigga. Go to sleep, iceberg. Instead, he almost lost his fucking life. At that moment, I was like, fuck all that big shit we saw. This nigga Shoto actually a little ass. Like, Stain would have murdered him.
Stain was just real fast, bro. He was really, really fast.
But he a regular nigga. His quirk don't give him no speed. He a regular nigga. So he got beat by regular nigga speed. This nigga for speed out there, bro.
All right. Neji low-key got the treatment. Now, Juice would not like to hear that.
he ain't got to. It's just the truth, bro. Yeah. Neji was the GOAT.
That's true. Tosin back in the day in Bleach, I agree. Let's see. Is there anyone else? Damn. I could say my boy Leapfrog from Hinamaru no Sumo, bro. He had a hype.
He got Rock Lee, bro.
But he got Rock Lee consistently, bro. They really, every episode, he had a fight. They was really hyping it up like he gonna turn it around this time. He would get dropped.
Leapfrog is from this is anime Hinamaru no Sumo. Yeah. And if you watch sports anime, you know there's always that one nigga on the team that's like, oh, I just joined today. Like I don't have any skill, but somehow they come through clutch. Leapfrog was that nigga. Like no skill, no weight, he can't sumo, but he was about to come through clutch. And then like every time that nigga got clapped, bro, he never got a chance to shine. Yep. And I agree, Rock Lee is ass.
He never clutched any of that shit. All right. I guess is that it for this one?
Yeah, I can't get that nigga Rock Lee too much shine. Fuck that nigga.
All right, damn. All right, let's hop into great moments in anime history, and then we'll come back to more of these topics if we have time. So for this week's moment in anime history, we're taking a look at United States of Smash. So All Might versus All for One. This moment was pretty great because, if you like the feels, you definitely got it here. But I think it was great for me for two reasons. One, that pre-fight, basically just showing how broken All for One is. So Best Jeanist pulling up, almost getting murked. All the heroes basically just getting dusted. And then All Might coming in to save the day in the last minute. And I think second part, which I hope that they show in this clip, is my boy Gran Torino. One of the strongest jaws in the game. My boy Gran Torino taking an All Might punch to the jaw was a crazy moment for me. Crazy. That nigga was in retirement.
The Crimson Chin, bro. Like, gotta be.
Big facts. Big facts.
Extra quirk we ain't know about.
Right. All right, so I'm playing on mute as usual because, copyrights and shits. But there we go.
So, this is what I'll say. One thing that just always been weird to me that nobody ever bring up, this nigga All Might face, like, he clearly didn't look like this before.
What do you mean?
Like how you could see his eyes when he was younger. Ain't nobody like, yo, All Might, nigga, you good? You know what I'm saying? Like,
cocaine is a hell of a drug. That's all I'm
hell of a drug.
That boy been having his coke parties.
Bro, this right here, this just showing you what this nigga doing. Is like he's so much better at using his quirk than Shigaraki. And Shigaraki is also a fucking buffoon. Because he just saw he's looking at him.
Yep.
Use his quirk. And when he get that shit, he's still like, huh?
Right.
How you do this? Like,
yeah, can I combine quirks together?
Oh, you stupid bitch. Have you not been
right? But I mean,
oh my.
To memorize all the damn quirks that you stole too at the same time and be able to combine them shits, that's kind of crazy too.
You know what, bro? I'm not seeing enough power out of this nigga to justify why All Might is on the defensive. I know he's running out of power, but like, I guess that's the answer. He running out of power. Because I'm like, man, after seeing that nigga in Vigilantes, I'm like, boy,
Who, All
Oh
Might?
my, yeah.
What do you be doing in there?
Wilding, knocking niggas out. Yeah, like,
He in his
bro,
prime.
this is the craziest shit All Might did in Vigilantes. A tower was falling.
Mm-hmm.
After that bitch started falling is when they called my nigga All Might. This nigga dashed from across the city, cleaned up the area it was gonna fall, moved everybody out the way, caught that bitch before it hit the ground.
That's
I was
crazy.
like, oh, that nigga wild.
Yeah. They could never have ever hoped to. I don't know what Endeavor thought, bro. How did you ever think you was gonna close that gap?
I feel like he had to think he could close it until one day he saw that nigga in action and was like, oh, okay, I'm good.
Yeah. Did we nominate? No, we might have nominated the whole. No, we nominated them as disappointment because low-key Endeavor should get goofy for that.
Yeah.
That was some goofy shit.
I'm trying to see when he jawed this nigga, bro, because I swear to you, that nigga took that fucking fist to the face.
You, bro. This nigga, look, boom, jawed.
Jaw, look at that.
I'm telling you.
This nigga ate a whole All Might Detroit smash to the fucking face, bro.
This nigga didn't have to go to the hospital. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't see him in the face brace, nothing. Next time we saw Gran Torino, he was pointing out Giganto. He's talking right now. This nigga just talked to him, bro. What the hell? He just caught a
Detroit smash. A punch that we know can create a tornado. He caught that shit to the jaw, and he talking right now as we speak.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Next time we saw him, this nigga was like, yeah, Giganto Machina over there, bro. Nigga, you just got jawed by All Might. Like, what?
Ate that shit. Like, that's why I'm like, bro, his second quirk got to be Crimson Chin. Nigga, like, that nigga shit is strong, boy.
That shit is crazy, boy. All for One's face is disgusting, bro. He's not getting no pussy with that face.
Bro, that nigga literally beat the regeneration out this nigga. That's crazy. And this is my thing, bro. Like, moving. All Might is super efficient, but this nigga could not hang with Western heroes. And this is why I say it has nothing to do with his power and his ability. Okay. Look what All Might is trying to do. Imagine seeing Superman tussling on the ground trying to beat a villain to death. This nigga trying to kill this nigga on national TV.
Right.
Imagine seeing Superman. He like trying to beat this nigga to death, bro. He couldn't hang. He couldn't.
No, I agree. He would be invited though. He could definitely be if you were to place him like as far as like a squad they would call. Like let's say they was like, all right, you join in the Justice League. What level of mission you think they call in All Might?
Oh, he absolutely very top, very top. He could compete with them niggas power wise. He can compete with them niggas' efficiency. He's the most efficient hero I've seen in media. Super efficient.
Okay.
And he can compete with them power wise. He'd be there. So he can't compete with them niggas moral wise.
You can't. You said what? He can't what?
He can't compete with them moral wise.
Oh, moral wise. Okay.
And 9 times out of 10 in Western comic books, these superpower niggas get broken on their morals. Like the Joker would have All Might crazy. He'd have that nigga a crazy man.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, because that lovey-dovey shit don't work out here, bro.
Oh, he about to beat the. He be putting his soul into this point.
All Might be a whole different type of tough because they would have been killed family members in front of this nigga. Especially you showing your whole face.
You mean you
on live TV? I know that's what I'm saying. Good for him.
The streets, bro.
Good for him because if he has some, they blowing the motherfuckers up.
My nigga All for One should have made himself a power move. You know how like rallying that would be if All for One had a power move?
What do you mean?
Like a, Detroit Smash?
Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah, no, I mean, I can see it, but I feel like it'd be too corny for this team of weirdos.
He turned on every motherfucking quirk for that arm, huh?
Right. That shit wasn't playing.
Shut the fuck up, Deku.
All right. Typical Deku shit.
Ugh.
Dang. Busted your arm the fuck up, my G. So once again, did they explain did he kill the nigga that poisoned him? Like who the fuck poisoned him again?
Who? What do you mean poison him?
All for One. Who put the little poison needle in his ass?
Ain't nobody poison that nigga.
I mean, sorry, not All for One. All Might. Who put that poison needle? Huh?
Ain't nobody poison that nigga. Oh, here that shit come. Here you go.
How it happened then?
Damn, he punched that nigga.
God
damn. And my nigga Gran Torino took one of them hoes.
No. He ate it, bro.
Can't nobody tell me shit. My
Gran
nigga
Torino should be. Look, off that, when they did the new rankings, I would have been like, Gran Torino, you number one now.
Big facts.
Yeah, and I would just left Endeavor number 2 again, bro. No,
but yeah, so All Might didn't get poisoned. That nigga got his stomach ripped out.
But I thought he had that needle in his fucking stomach.
Like, that was to keep that nigga alive.
Oh, who the fuck ripped his stomach out?
Oh, for one, he ripped that nigga's stomach out.
Oh, okay. See, I thought it was that he got poisoned or something. I don't know why I thought that. Oh, okay. Well, my bad.
Yeah, man, boy, like every time I see that punch, it is very satisfying seeing him get his shit rattled. But I just can't help but think, like, bro, you really a bitch because Gran Torino ate that shit. Ate that motherfucker.
And Tomura will never get to that level of dopeness.
Ever.
See, I'm telling you, bro, they seasoning and he's gonna come out. He's gonna come back.
But this something I want to point out. You see how hot this nigga is? How dare this nigga All Might win, nigga? I'm gonna tell the bitch.
The funniest part is that he watched All Might, lose his powers here, and then weeks later, he watched his dad get his ass beat on national TV.
The shit that killed me, bro, and this is how you know niggas don't got no faith in this nigga Endeavor. This nigga All Might was the size of a 3-year-old boy.
Right.
Skinny. Ain't got no meat on him. That nigga gave one rough arm and nobody ran. Nobody panicked. Them niggas sat there and was like, bro, how is All Might about to get out of this one?
Right.
My nigga Endeavor was still flying in the fucking sky. And niggas was like, yo, get the fuck out of here, bro. We all dead. Like, out of there, bro. Niggas was trampling niggas. Like, they ain't give a fuck.
Ain't fucking crazy. All right, this just seemed like we don't care about this part of it. But that was that. We missed most of the comments because I was not paying attention to them. Let's see. All Might was definitely running low on power. He had like 30 minutes left. Oh, that was probably to your earlier comment. Gran Torino, old school hero. They threw hands back in the day. I feel you on that, but still, taking an All Might punch to the jaw, bro. They're making this All Might gap scene incredible. The fact that Gran Torino could still take that punch is fucking crazy.
Yeah. But I'm just imagining what must it have been like in the old days, like before All Might, niggas must have been throwing good hands, bro, regularly. Right. That needs to be a spinoff, like spinoff. Like, what was going on before All Might was around?
Right, a pre-Vigilantes store, another prequel. That would be dope.
Like, I'm talking about, I wanted like the third user, so All For One weak as shit, so that nigga can't pull out no bullshit, bro. Like, you just in a dirty world, nigga.
I mean, that's how All For One had it. I mean, they said it was wild in the streets. I guess it was. All right, so we got about 10 minutes left. So we can either open it up for questions or we can do one of these other two topics to close it out. What do you prefer?
How about we ask questions and then throw a thing up and do that, and if people got questions, we'll stop and answer.
All right. Questions. Go ahead and toss your questions in the chat. I guess in the meantime, while we're doing that, we will talk about let's do animes that require experience. So
I got a couple for this one for sure.
So for this topic, I think my idea here was that I feel like there's obviously over the past few years, because of the popularity of anime or the accessibility of anime, we're getting a lot of new fans in there. And with new fans comes people's anime suggestions or recommendations. But I do think some anime you shouldn't recommend first to a new person, right? Some anime requires some previous experience, whether that be in shonen, whether that be in josei, seinen, whatever the fuck it is. There's just some anime that you probably got to watch a few more before you really appreciate it. So that's what we're going to talk about.
Real quick, we were asked, did we ever watch
Akudama Drive.
Udama Drive?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I stopped after the first episode. I need to pick it back up, but I will at some point. Uh, but the first episode seemed decent enough to keep me watching. I just have to go back to it. But yeah. So what you say? You had some?
I never seen it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So firstly, because a lot of people tend to come to me and ask me for anime suggestions. I don't know why, but one thing I stay away from suggesting to people is comedies. Is like I
Oh
do
yeah.
not think you're going to
Right.
enjoy anime comedy until you've watched other anime. Like for example, one of my favorite comedies, Baka and Test. If you just watch Baka and Test flat out, you're just going to be like, okay, yeah, there's some funny stuff here and there. You
Right.
have to watch a lot of anime to see that, like, almost every fucking thing they do in that show is just flaming other anime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thing.
so that'll be my first one. You want to toss out one?
Yeah, no, I'll second what you said. I 100% agree that comedy is probably the anime with the biggest learning curve because 9 times out of 10, most comedy anime is based off of it's like parody humor. There's usually
Mhm.
very little like original stuff. It's usually like, oh, we're gonna parody like either a shonen trope or we're gonna parody like a slice of life anime, something like that.
Or
And they make a
sometimes
comedy out of it. Yeah, sorry. Go
even
ahead.
they'll like parody like or just make fun of like Japanese culture,
Yep.
which there's no way you'd understand it
Unless
unless
you
you're
watch enough anime.
watching a whole bunch of Japanese culture. You know what I'm saying?
Right, or you fucking lived in Japan, like,
Mhm.
but the one is more expensive than the other. But for me, another one like in the shonen realm that I would stray people away from is actually what's in the picture. Like I would say shows like Hunter x Hunter. Death Note is debatable, but basically shows that I feel like I'll call it like level up the storytelling in their target audience are really hard to appreciate if you don't have experience in shonen. Like to appreciate what Hunter x Hunter does for shonen storytelling, I feel like you have to understand what a shonen is, which means
Mhm.
you have to watch at least one, probably like 2 to 3, and then you go like, oh, okay, this is finally like a power scaling system that I get. And even vice versa, even if you watch Hunter x Hunter and then appreciate it, it will ruin you trying to watch any OG anime because you'll just nitpick at the stupid shit. Like I feel like sometimes you got to get that stupid shit out the way if you want to watch it before you watch like I guess something that levels up that storytelling because you start looking for that feeling. Like you start going like, damn, I want to have a story that keeps me as entertained as this did, and you find out that that's like the unicorn in the series and not the norm.
Mhm. I agree. I want to say sports anime. I just don't. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think you should start with that. You know
Really
what I'm saying? And I agree. I think sports
interesting.
anime and fan service, which somebody just pointed out, are things that are they get hyped up in anime. And if you've never watched an anime before, this will be weird. Like I couldn't just be like, "Oh, your first anime is a sports anime. Hey, watch this."
Yeah.
I think you would find it really weird. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are these niggas like doing this? You know, why are they
Yeah.
going this hard? And then the same thing with like etchy or like fucking fan service. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like 2D titties. That's just me. I'm a 2D titty man. But not everybody is, Some people, they prefer the 3D variety and anime might scare them.
Right. Um, and then like I guess some things that I would say experience required, like as a general thing, is actually like I would say most OG anime. I would honestly push people against watching an OG series in whatever fan base they find. So like in shonen, the OGs you're always gonna hear about is DBZ, Naruto, Bleach, maybe One Piece, but um, I would advocate against those because I think a lot of times, especially with older anime fans, we have this we summarize what we saw in the anime and we start to over time think that is what the anime was, but we forget how
How
much
bad?
shit. Yeah,
Man.
how much shit we got through to get there. Especially like this is true, especially for DBZ, where like you may remember a dope fight, but you forget that like to get to Goku saving the day, he usually dies like 2 or 3 times along with like in the Frieza arc, he like showed up and then it was like a whole arc of like he's all the way on the other side of the planet. Like we gotta wait until he fucking gets here and buy time. So it's like shit like that we totally forget about.
Like
Nah.
niggas slept on filler. I remind
Yeah.
every nigga that started watching Naruto, like, hey, when you get to like episode this, and they like for some reason just forgot about fucking Sasuke, like skip that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, nigga, like motherfuckers really do forget that. Like some of our older anime had some bad shit, and then on top of it, it's the shitty graphics. It's the same thing if you tell a nigga to go watch The Matrix, one of the best films created, sure, but the graphics don't look huff now. We like, bro, that looks stupid. Why you got me watching it?
For sure. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, build into some things like, oh, okay, now I got appreciation for the shits. Let me go watch some retro shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, same thing. Like, man, what was I just thinking? I just wanted to counter argument that Silent Blaze has said Attack on Titan. I would not recommend. I just want to say small anecdote. I was dating this one girl, never watched anime. Put her on Attack on Titan as her first anime because it was kind of like a zombie flick, and she was into Walking Dead, and she fucked with it. You know, I mean, obviously, meat persuasion aside, you know what I'm saying? In theory, I don't know if she's still.
I can see both sides of that actually, like not recommending it and recommending it. I think I would lean. I think in the cases where I wouldn't recommend, why I would lean towards that is that it depends on who I'm suggesting to. Like you said, you had somebody with similar interests that could compare to it. But I would say like if I'm somebody that's totally fresh to anime and they aren't into the gore stuff like that, they'll probably be put off by Attack on Titan because like the whole reason why Attack on Titan tries to catch you first before they hit you with the story is that like anybody could die aspect, and some people just get put off by that. They think it's like mindless or whatever. So that I can see that, but I can also see, like you said, if they had the right context, especially if they're the type of person who like they may not have watched any anime, but their belief about it is like this. It's for children kind of thing. They're more used to like the shonen dumb storylines, nothing involved in the plot. I could definitely see recommending an Attack on Titan because that will that'll definitely change your perspective about what you think anime could be after watching that.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me see. Is there any other ones that I think I would not suggest?
Peace, absolutely. I never suggest
anime?
to anybody. I'm like, and this is what I tell everybody. I'm like, One Piece might go down as one of the greatest anime of all time. I do not suggest it to you because it's 1,000 chapters.
Bro, like, you missed that boat, bro. I feel like that's what it is. Like I'm never gonna watch Hajime no Ippo because it's like, or read it because it's like it's over 1,000 now. But I'm like, that's just if you didn't catch the wave at that time, it's hard. It's hard. You got to really be dedicated.
Right now, PSA, public service announcement, is you need to catch that wave with Black Clover if you ain't on it. Because one day you go look back, 3-4 years from now, we going to be on chapter 1,000. You going to wish you stopped on.
Yeah. No, but even to comment on the long-running series thing some more, I feel like with long-running series, more of the reason why I don't recommend it is not because you may not like it, but it's because you waste so much time trying to catch up with it that you could just be spending that time learning more about the genre that you fuck with. Because you may spend all that time in One Piece and find out that you like fucking slice of life anime. Like, well, I just suggested to you, like, you know what I'm saying, months of your life I wasted when you could have watched like 20 slice of life anime and found like what really fits you. So I'm like, long ones, you gotta know that you're committed to that genre and that storytelling before I would be like, yeah, go ahead and hop in that shit.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, it does.
I don't have much. I think I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, comedies, extreme gore, long running shonen,
Mm.
and then anything that got like a historical added to why is hyped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um,
like the OGs tell you to watch it.
yeah, like if Boruto or something like that, like yeah, OGs tell you to watch it, or he got a previous show, or it did something significant for the community, like Hunter x Hunter, like
Yeah.
and like I don't like spoiling niggas on goats either. I'm gonna say that
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
no, I try to hold off on that.
If I'm gonna hold the goats off until you done been through Naruto. I run niggas through Naruto and then like one or two like side anime. If you get through those, all right, I can start putting you on some goats. But I'm not about to have you like try and watch Hunter x Hunter and be like, no, I don't get it. It's trash.
Right.
Like, your brain is small, nigga. That it's not
Exactly.
trash.
Just it hasn't opened yet. It's just like,
Yeah.
bro, you needed like a couple more shonen animes to understand what the fuck they're doing.
Put some respect on it.
But yeah, I think we're pretty much at time, so we can wrap it up with our closing statements, and then we will catch on the next one. So, what's your closing statement for this session, Player Five?
Closing statement is go fuck with Golden Kamui. That shit hard. Whoever put me on there, if you out there, I fuck with you. Two, hop on this Black Clover wave before you end up like everybody trying to watch 1,000 chapters of One Piece.
Right.
Get it while it's good. Three, fuck every nigga with the last name Todoroki.
That's a good one.
All of them ass Garbo. And then last but not least, put some respect on Gran Torino Chin, boy. His new name, the Crimson Chin Gran Torino. Like,
I really thought you were gonna end it with put some respect on Yuri on Ice, and I was about to be like,
hey, but put some respect on Yuri on Ice.
Yeah, for me, I only got one thing to say, which is 2021 is going to be the year of Magna. Watch out for it. This nigga will definitely surprise us all. I'm feeling it. And just know that I called it first. The top of the year and at the end of the year, I said it first. So if you start seeing all these other YouTubers, all these other streamers pop up and start saying some, oh yeah, Meg, blah, blah, coming up with your theories, MGG said it first. Go ahead and hit them in the comments with an MGG said it first.
Yeah.
Stop biting. But thank y'all for enjoying another live stream with us. We will catch y'all next Thursday for another one of these. Peace out, and I guess have a good night.
Bye.